Hi. Following my series of distinguishing what it looks like to be in people-pleasing prison, I will now talk about the good stuff, what it looks like to be free, to do what I want, any old time. As it's Saturday night, I thought I'd talk about freedom. So as a recap, I'm going to rewind to talking about what people-pleasing prison is. And by the way, I'm not exempt from people-pleasing prison because I'm here on this earth under lots of programming, conditioning, education, training that has taught me to believe that I'm not enough. I need to work harder, try harder, go faster and be more, but be slimmer. That's the only thing that I need to do less of, eat less, arguably. Anyway, back to the point, people pleasing according to the media. I'm talking about what the world tells me that I should be doing. So I distinguish people pleasing prison as that is the matrix of negatively polarized conditioning that is fear and separation based. And so people pleasing prison looks like saying yes when I mean no, saying that I am fine when I'm upset or unhappy or angry, doing things that I don't want to do, and being and doing and living a life that other people want me to live, but that's not really mine. That's what I call people-pleasing prison. And now to talk about what it looks like on the other side. So the opposite to that, really, and what I'm here to teach and guide and inspire and invite is saying how I feel authentically, even if you may not want to hear that, saying it with respect, with doing no harm, but being authentic, being my real self, and sharing how I really am. Now this is really interesting because I have to be honest, I'm still obsessed and watching all of the Married at First Sight Australia, the last season. By the way, Teresa, I went back on and watched them. And the thing is that all of the couples say on that, it's a reality TV program if you haven't seen it, and it's really brilliant because it really shows up what's going on in relationships and in intimacy or non-intimacy of communication. And the latest thing I was watching last night is when there was a really big betrayal with two individuals, and that betrayal caused a lot of harm. And it could have all been avoided if the individuals had just been honest and said how they really feel about something. And this is a really big deal because the codependence program or the people-pleasing program says it's illegal. This is an unwritten rule. It's illegal. It's not allowed. It's not the done thing to be honest because I mustn't upset somebody. And the program of I do anything that I can so as not to upset you is very big, it's very prevalent, and I suggest it's the pandemic. Hope this video doesn't get taken down because I said that word. But there, I just did it. And so it's prevalent, so I'm here to pat and interrupt that and to say, well, what if I said how I really felt? As long as I'm being respectful, as long as I'm being honourable, is it okay for me to say how I really feel? That's number one. Number two, what freedom looks like when I'm out of people-pleasing prison. I say no when I mean no. So back to my favourite thing of all, the Michelle Visage, no. Love that. I shared that on my post the other day. So saying no when I mean no, instead of the people-pleasing version looks like saying yes when I mean no. So do stuff I don't want to do. What? Blah, blah, blah. Number three, being vulnerable when I'm upset, instead of pretending to be okay. Being vulnerable. That's what freedom looks like to me. That's what being out of people-pleasing prison and being my authentic, my real self looks like. It looks like I am being vulnerable. I'm being human. I am being real. And if I be that, then I solicit that you be that back with me, and then we get a real relationship. We are on a level, and believe you me, I can guarantee that a relationship like that is extremely beautiful and harmonious, because that's the one that I have with my darling husband. All right, number 4, what freedom looks like. Number 4 is doing what is in my heart to do. I do things from my heart, so it means with full will. I do something because I really want to, as opposed to people-pleasing prison. I do what I don't want to do, and I sell out on myself, and I hurt myself, and eventually things happen. I won't go into that now. I'm giving myself permission. Item number 5, I give myself permission to do, think, feel, believe what I want, what is true for me. I give myself permission instead of waiting for somebody else to give me permission, or society to give me permission, or something else to give me permission. I am the permission. I am the permission. I am my own authority. I am authority unto myself to do whatever I want to do, as long as I do no harm. There's my disclaimer, there's my caveat. Do no harm. Be respectful to others. This is what I practice. This is what I really care about. Be respectful, be polite, and do no harm. And be my true, divine, sovereign, authentic, real self, and give myself permission to be that. So as Marianne Williamson says, as I let my own light shine, I give others permission to do the same. So what is that light? That is my real self. I would say that is my heart. And then finally, freedom looks like only agreeing with something when I really agree with something, because I've been that person being polite and going, when I really didn't mean it. And that made me feel horrible about myself because I was out of alignment with myself. So only agreeing or doing or saying something that I really mean, because for me, what counts the most in a relationship. Now, I teach spirituality, I teach higher levels of consciousness, I teach how to raise consciousness. However, I teach it on the level of communication and relating, because when the you know what hits the fan, I need to have the words to say in that moment when I'm in a challenge or I'm in a conflict. So the tools that I teach and the games that I teach that are accessible and that are doable by a very young child, because they are non-verbal. So the way that I teach and the gift that I bring to this world is how to get out of people-pleasing prison, or in other words, how to be free and how to be my true divine self and how to act in accordance with my highest virtue. Because the only truth about who I really am, contrary to what the world may tell me, that I'm not enough, that I'm not worthy, that I need to do more, be more, work more and be slimmer. So if that's what the world tells me, what I say about myself is I'm whole, perfect, complete, pure, amazing, the light, sovereign, and the divine one I am. And anything else about myself that is not of the light may not be what I really am, and I suggest it's not who I really am, and I honestly believe that it's not what you really are, because I see you as the light as well as I see me as the light. And that's what namaste means. It means I bow to the sovereign being that you are. So that's my little talk about freedom, freedom, freedom. You forgot the words as it's Saturday night. And so on May the 4th, which is see you next Tuesday, I'm super duper excited to bring my mission here on earth, to land it, to ground it, and to offer the most phenomenal, life transformational event that this world has ever known. And I'm announcing it on May the 4th. So may the force be with you and you. I see you, and I make it my mission to remind me and you that you are already perfect, you are already whole, you are already everything that you think that you need and that you have to work hard to get, and all these things that you may think that you're striving to be. I see you as you are already that. You are already that perfect being. You are already whole. You are sovereign. How can you be anything but perfect? You are sovereign. You are sovereign. So that's the key. Out of people-pleasing prison. And if I am sovereign, if I'm whole, perfect and pure and complete, I'm allowed to have a point of view. I'm allowed to have upset. I'm allowed to have emotions. I'm allowed to be vulnerable. I'm allowed to be happy. I'm allowed to be sad. All of it is allowed because this is an abundant universe. This is an abundant universe. So I don't choose to people please and be who I think others want me to be, because that hurt me very much. That made me suffer so very much. I nearly didn't survive my life because of that. That's why I'm bothering to share this with you, with the world, because I make it my mission to invite you to stop suffering if you're suffering at the effect of a program that's just here. Because why is it that everybody I hear says, I don't feel worthy enough, I don't feel enough, and why does everyone have to affirm I am enough, I am enough, I am enough, when that's what I really am? Why do I have to? A rose is so beautiful, but she doesn't know that she's beautiful because she is being the rose. He is being the rose. I cannot sometimes see my own beauty because I am it. I am it. I'm the light. I cannot witness that I am the light. So I see your beauty. I see your grace. I see your amazing gift because I see my gift. My gift is to bring light and to remember all these bad things that I'm led to believe about myself, they're not true, and I'm free, and so are you. Yay! Okay, have an amazing Saturday night. I love you, and see you tomorrow. See you next Tuesday. May the 4th be with you, may the force be with you, and look out for my amazing announcement. Woo!